to successfully develop our creative abilities, we need to understand the sorts of things that may hold us back. By this I mean the barriers or mental locks that inhibit our ability to think something different when needed, to come up with a creative solution to a problem. In this regard, we draw from a book written by Roger von Oech, who describes 10 mental locks that can stifle our creativity. These locks are accepting the first solution to a problem that you generate as being the right answer and not considering whether there may be better right answers. The need to be logical when solving a problem when logic may hinder your response. Being locked into following the rules, sticking to old paradigms when new solutions to problems are needed. Thinking that we need to be practical in solving a problem. The need to avoid dealing with ambiguity in solving a problem where there may be conflicting outlier information. Accepting that making mistakes when solving a problem is wrong. And believing that play at work is frivolous. Thinking that because you are not a specialist in an area, you might not be able to contribute to solving a particular problem when you may be able to be. Being concerned about appearing to be foolish in front of others if you put forward a suggestion to solving a problem. And having a fundamental belief that you are not creative. These mental locks can play a major role in hindering our creativity. Let's consider the first mental lock. This involves thinking that the first answer or solution to a problem that you come up with is the right answer, when in fact it may not be. Now, much of our early years at school taught us to look for the one right answer to a problem. For example, what's the answer to 7 plus 8? Of course, this is 15, or 7 multiplied by 9, 63. Now, in some structured problem situations, as I have just described, there is only one right answer, and there is no need to look any further. And this is instilled into us. But in other, more unstructured situations, there may be multiple solutions to a particular problem, with some solutions being more right than others. But we become locked into thinking that the first solution we identified is the right answer, and so we stop looking for additional and/or alternative solutions. For more unstructured problems, what we should be asking is, are there other possible solutions to the problem? And if so, are these better than the first? Now, there are techniques to help you find the second right answer, such as asking yourself, what if a particular condition occurs that affects the solution I just came up with? And then coming up with a solution to this question. Once you begin the process of the what if questioning, you are forced to consider different solutions and options. Another mental lock that may inhibit your creativity is the belief that something is not my area of specialization, and so you don't think you know enough about a particular subject matter to offer a possible solution to a problem. Specialization is a fact of life. In order to function effectively, most people have to narrow their focus and limit their field of view. However, this can be restrictive. The answer is to be an explorer and look to how similar problems are solved in areas outside of your specialty expertise. For example, if you're a medical GP and you are looking to make your medical practice more sustainable and resilient and be more growth-oriented, perhaps you could investigate the principles of why some systems have greater longevity than others, whether these are social, biological, mechanical, electronic, and/or software-oriented systems, and then think about how the principles of good systems design that makes these sustainable could be applied to your medical practice. Sometimes searching for ideas outside of what you know can be the fine line that elevates your business into something more successful. Although there are many mental locks that can stifle our creativity, perhaps the biggest mental block that most of us share is that we think we are not creative and do not believe in the value of our ideas, and so we're reluctant to come up with something new or divulge our thinking where creative solutions are being called for. We've talked about how creativity is a skill that can be learned, and we've prepared activities and resources this week to help you unlock your creativity and ideation skills. If you feel this is something you need to develop in yourself, take the time to invest in your learning and have the courage to value your ideas and persistence to keep innovating. Remember, Not every idea may be a breakthrough on its own, but the process of discovering and refining each small idea may lead you to your big idea, the beginning of a successful new venture.